In this video today, I'm going to be talking with you and sharing with you a simple practice and technique that you can use to calm the voice inside. So, our practice, our spiritual practice here on this channel, and what I believe that if many people take on this spiritual practice can revolutionize your life. It can really take you from suffering into inner peace. It can help you manage daily stresses. It can help you make better choices and decisions. It can help you be more creative, more intuitive. It can just better your life in many areas. And by using this simple yet profound practice, all of these things you can experience and can have. Our world today, the majority of us, aren't so much suffering anymore. Our evolutionary process of as human beings isn't so much about, food and shelter and our physical well-being anymore as so much as it is more of a psychological healing. Many people in the world today are dealing with anxiety, depression. They're dealing with mental health struggles, and that's a big thing in the world. And if we can use simple practices to facilitate a better lifestyle, to facilitate a better mental health, the world can be a better place. And as spiritual beings, because who we are beyond this physical form is very spiritual, and we ultimately are not these physical human beings. It's a temporary experience. We are spirit first, and we come and we incarnate into this world. But we have to start to move into more of a spiritual way of living. And there's a lot in the spiritual community. There's a lot of different things, many beautiful things. But for me, what's been helpful for me personally is how can we simplify this? And the practice of presence, the practice of being mindful and present is effective, very effective. It gives immediate results. And also, it doesn't require months or years of practice to see a difference in your life. You can start practicing it now and you will notice a difference almost immediately. Again, it's simple, and it's something you can do and incorporate into everything that you do. And if this is your only spiritual practice that you do in your life, it would be enough. Simply being present, giving your fullest attention to the task at hand, and just being mindful. Now, the technique that I want to give you, because there's a couple different ways you can go about this, the technique I want to give you is called inner body awareness. And what we do here in this practice is we bring ourselves out of our head basically, and we put our awareness and our focus in the body. So right now you can try this. You can take your hands and you can close your eyes or you can leave them open, but if you just place your awareness, your focus, inside the hands, there's a sense of there's a subtle energy kind of permeating throughout your hands. You can feel something there, inside your hands. And you can also feel that in your arms, maybe not as strong. Your hands are probably going to be the strongest. And you can do that throughout your whole body. Your feet. You can try your feet right now. What's happening when you do this is that you're taking yourself out of the mind, out of thoughts, out of thinking, and into a state of presence. You're taking yourself into the now, basically. And the more you can do that throughout your day, the more peaceful you're going to be. And that is really the next step for us, for humans, is to create more of a peaceful, harmonious world. And that is the awakening process. We are awakening out of the mind-made sense of self, out of your thoughts, your mind, your ego, who you think you are, and this and that and whatever. And we're kind of just in this simple practice. We're in some ways doing that. And we're just taking the mind and we're just setting it down for a minute. and we're coming into the aliveness that's within the body. And the more you do that, the more in touch you get with the present moment. You come into the present moment more, and you relinquish past and future. Again, those two things can be depressive or anxiety provoking. Nothing wrong with thinking about the future, planning for your day, planning for the year, the month, whatever, fine. Nothing wrong with thinking about the past. It's not so much that it's wrong to do or that it's harmful to do, but sometimes we put just too much energy there. We don't put enough energy into the present moment, into the now. And by practicing inner body awareness, this can help you take you there. Peace isn't something you have to work for out in the world and try to attain. Peace is a reality now, and it's within you. That essence that's permeating throughout your body is peaceful in itself. There's no stress there. There's no panic there. There's no depression there. It just simply is. And when we focus our minds, which really is the essence of meditation, just focusing our minds on a single pointed thing, we're kind of doing that here in a similar way. We're just using our body. Now, the cool thing about this is that you don't have to sit and do this, or you don't have to sit in a lotus position and do this for once, twice a day or whatever, like you do in regular meditation. You can do this wherever you are. When you're eating dinner, you can practice this. When you're talking to your spouse, you can practice this. Driving in your car, at the gym, wherever, whenever. It's something that you can continuously bring yourself back to. And that is the practice of meditation, basically, in a nutshell. So the more you do this, the more meditative you become, the more present you become, the more you start to work towards and start to awaken. Because what we're doing here is we're stepping out of the mind-made sense of self, out of the narrative, out of the thoughts, out of the thinking, and into presence, into peace. And the more of us, the more people that can adopt this practice, just this one simple practice, inner body awareness, the quicker we can start to move into our spiritual awakening and how we're meant to be living, which is in peace, in harmony with one another. I invite you to try this the next time. Perhaps you're in an argument with a coworker, or maybe your spouse or a family member, and instead of keeping your attention in your head or in your thoughts or how frustrated you are or how you want to prove them wrong or whatever, in the middle of something difficult, try to bring yourself into your body and try to anchor yourself there. And I promise you that if you do this, you're going to resolve this difficulty, this argument, a lot faster than if you were to stay up in your head with it. So whenever a difficult situation with somebody in the world comes into your awareness and you're experiencing a difficulty, just decide, I'm going to bring myself in the body first. Anchor yourself. And when you're in touch with that, with the inner body, actually creativity and intuition can come about as well. So you'll probably say the right thing, or the best thing is you're going to be non-reactive to that person. Because what happens is with people is that when we're too up in our heads and we're arguing or we're trying to be right or whatever, we kind of fuel the argument. So by bringing yourself out of the head into the body, you kind of cut off the fuel. And resolution of this argument, whatever you're going through, comes about a lot faster. So give that a shot. It's difficult at first, but it's a spiritual practice. And again, you can incorporate this in whatever situation, wherever you are in your day to day, and just see how you feel. And you'll have these brief moments of relaxation. And the more you can cultivate a more relaxing life, the happier you're going to be, the clear-headed you're going to be. You're going to be able to use your mind more effectively with your work and with whatever you're doing in your life. Basically, you're just gonna. It's like an extra little powers that you get. But you have to practice it. You have to do it daily, and you're going to see results. So I invite you to practice inner body awareness. This is how you can begin to start to calm the voice inside.